Episode 19.
19
real quick. One more episode until season 2 is officially over for the holidays and for the new year. We got all our special guests right back, including we got a new guest, Brother Kizzy. Say what up to everybody. Everybody say what's up.
Yeah, what's crack? Popping.
Hi.
What's up?
What up? Not you nervous?
Oh man.
Never that.
Alright. So today we're going to start off how we usually start off. Basically, we're going to do a mental health check. 1 to 10, how everybody doing mentally. 10 being the best. Doesn't have to be. You could tell the truth. You don't have to lie here for us. So we're going to start with box 1. Queen, how you feeling today?
Today I'm at a good 7. I had a really trying week this week, but it's getting better. So I could say I was probably about a 5 or a 6, but I'm gonna give it a 7 today.
Okay.
All right.
Bunchy?
Oh, I'm good. I say I'm about a 9.
Okay.
The only reason I'm a 9 though is because my son is 6, so
Okay.
there's that.
Prayers to him.
But other than that, I'm a 9 because I gotta be strong for my baby.
Okay. All right, Kizzy.
Hey, I'd say I'm at a solid 4 years. I'm out here. I ain't even lying right now, so I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm fine, but I know I'm annoyed as shit. But I'm still good.
Okay. All right, Dom, how you feeling today, bro?
We are not gonna do this.
Not again.
We are not.
I need you here.
I'm not playing with you.
I need you here.
No,
Bro.
I'm not playing with you. This was a real butthole last week.
Let me go ahead and go to the comments, man. I don't want to
Okay, well, bye. See you later.
Oh man.
Man, we wouldn't even get to the introductions yet. Like, come on.
So, Dom, where you at? 1 to 10, bro.
What's the scale going by? 1 being the worst and being the best?
Yeah.
I guess I go with 1.
You go with 1?
Okay.
Oh, goddamn, okay.
You all right? You good?
You want me to come to your house? This
Yeah,
is the protagonist, I swear.
All right, he said he at 1. Cuzzo, how you feeling?
Probably got a 6 right now. This weather is ghetto as fuck. It's cold.
That's a fact.
Heavy on the ghetto.
It was like 70 yesterday. Like
Yeah, it was good yesterday.
It was nice. It was
It was
nice.
good
Nah, I
yesterday.
put on my big coat today.
Yeah.
I put on the big one.
That's a fact.
Break City.
You know, my dumb ass still walked out the house with a fucking sweater on.
Bad move.
Caught that chill.
Ain't you in the mountains somewhere? You went out the house with a sweater on? I swear I went out with a sweater on.
Yo, who cleaned the
Like a
water?
jackass, because it was freezing. Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. I'm cleaning my hookah.
I thought it was Bunchy. All right, so since it's Thanksgiving, I guess we could switch up the grinding gears this week. Since Thanksgiving is next week, y'all could each say, I'm sorry. I forgot.
Well,
Y'all didn't give us your mental health
I'm
check.
sorry.
I'm at a 7.
Yeah.
I'm at a good 7. Rocking with the 7.
Okay.
Where you at?
I'm going to go to a 7.
Why you got a 7? You usually at like a 8, 9.
I'm usually at an 8, but I don't have patience.
Yeah, what happened this week?
Word.
People trying me, so I'm at a 7. Personally,
Okay.
financially, I'm at a 7 right now. So that's probably what it is for me, my finances right now. But
Gotcha.
I'll get back on that for sure. Okay, so since, like I said before, since it's Thanksgiving next week, we don't have to do grind our gears this week. We can each say what we thankful for the holiday season coming up next week. If y'all don't celebrate Thanksgiving, that's y'all business. But y'all can still say what y'all thankful for because we always thankful for something. So I guess we could start backwards with Cuzzo. You could let me know what you thankful for.
So I express gratitude every day. So I'm thankful for everything that exists in my reality. So it's my reality was by me. So I'm thankful for every part of it.
Okay. Dom, I know you there, bro. What are you thankful for?
Oh shit, I don't celebrate the holiday.
But what are you thankful for? Okay.
Not even your life.
I said what I said.
All right.
I'm so sick of him.
Keezy, what you thankful for, bro?
Yo, I'm thankful for the greatest woman in my life. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, heard that.
Okay. Bunchy, what you got for me?
I'm thankful for this weed right now because I am high as fuck. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what I'm thankful for.
No.
Okay. Queen, what you got?
I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for good friends, great relationships. I'm thankful for the money that keep flowing in my account. I'm thankful for the car that I drive, even though it gave me some hell this week. I'm thankful for everything.
Okay. What you got, bro?
I'm thankful to be alive, bro. Not on some like, oh my God, I could have died shit just to see another day.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
Thankful for that. What about you?
I'm thankful for family.
Okay.
I'm thankful for networking.
Okay.
New relationships, new experiences. Family in general, personally, because most of my friends are family. So if I call you a friend, I consider you family in some capacity.
That's important.
So that's what I'm thankful for. Nothing extra for me.
But yeah, I got one more thing I'm thankful for. You're coming to get all out my pocket. Thankful for that too.
What you just said?
You said something about getting something.
You breaking up, baby?
Yeah, you
Your
breaking.
father all this shit told me to hold out my apartment. I'm thankful for that too.
Oh, there she go. She got something.
All
right. So first on the docket, I guess we gotta set a rule to make sure everybody gets their say today. We could cut each other off if we want to, but I'm saying this for everybody, not just one person in particular. Let us all get off what we gotta get off. So, first topic of the day is.
Thank you,
It's just the Thanksgiving. So the first topic is your etiquette if you're single during holiday season. I mean, when I say etiquette, I mean like how are you moving? Are you bringing anybody to Thanksgiving? Are you not? What's the reason? What's happening? Talk to me.
Wait, you said if you're single?
If you're single, what's the etiquette? Are you bringing somebody to the holiday events or are you going dolo?
No. Hell no. I don't bring nobody around my family that ain't fucking with, no. Solo dolo.
Okay.
My person is my best friend. She go everywhere with me. I ain't bringing no nigga that ain't my nigga.
All right.
Okay. Bunchy?
Well, I got baby daddy, so we be going to Thanksgivings and whatnot together. Yeah, we a family, so if we not going, I'm doing the Thanksgiving. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I always spend Thanksgiving with them.
Okay.
That's what's up.
All right. Kizzy, what you got for me, bro?
Shit. Keep it buck with you. It don't even matter to me. Thanksgiving is about the weed and the food anyway. So it's like whoever can pull up as long as they matching, we straight. Like,
So matching energies is a pull up for you.
yeah, like the way I see it, if the person I fuck with, I'm bringing around, if I'm comfortable with bring you around, it's like, yo, my family's gonna fuck with you regardless. So
Okay.
they gonna fuck with somebody that I don't fuck with.
Okay. All right. Dom, what you got for me, bro?
I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I said that.
You did say that. That's
Okay. I apologize.
That's a fact.
Do you celebrate
Christmas.
any holidays
I
whatsoever?
don't celebrate none of the white man holidays.
Okay.
The white man holiday I don't celebrate.
All
Alright.
I feel that.
So we'll just leave you out of this one.
I feel that.
Cuzzo, who you bringing to Thanksgiving?
I gotta agree with Dom. I don't celebrate colonizer holidays, and I also don't eat soul food. So, therefore,
Oh, right. Vegan. Vegan.
Not too much Brussels sprouts.
Nah, this
just saying.
right.
I'm sorry that. So, therefore,
You say something possibly like that.
She said Brussels sprouts.
You can
it is
have vegan soul food.
There is
So,
such thing
I
as
don't-
vegan.
So, therefore, I will just paint on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Is somebody coming to paint? Are you painting someone?
No,
Are you painting with somebody?
during their slave swap on their colonizer day, I will be at home by myself painting
Okay.
and eating salad.
Eating your
fruit.
salad. Okay.
I respect that.
And
I
Brussels
have
sprouts.
your vegan giving.
And heavy on the breast, queen. Heavy on the breast.
Okay. So from now on, we'll make sure that when it comes to holiday shit, Dom and Agent BK, we ain't gotta ask y'all nothing because y'all don't celebrate the holidays. Got it.
I feel them though.
Now, ain't no disrespect.
I'm right there with them. I'm right. I don't do Columbus Day no more, bro.
Yeah, but
Nobody ever did Columbus Day.
Niggas did Columbus Day. If you go to Miami, you are celebrating.
I'm celebrating Carnival.
Nah, bro.
I'm celebrating
There's
Carnival.
only one reason.
I'm not
for that.
celebrating Columbus.
One time we could get all the families
If you
together.
say so.
I celebrate Carnival, nigga.
Okay.
You think I'm dancing at mass, wanting doing something for Columbus?
I don't think Carnival is like a holiday, but
It is for me. It is for me.
definitely is.
You better tell tell him.
It's an event.
It's a holiday.
To almost every Caribbean.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That is something that I did celebrate, but I don't. What I mean, like I don't Christmas, Thanksgiving. You can miss me with those.
Okay. So y'all gonna do?
I don't celebrate the holiday, but I'll take a plate. Like,
Take a plate.
Nah, I hear that too.
Always take a plate. We always gonna take a plate or two.
Y'all gonna do Juneteenth or not? It's not happening.
Juneteenth every single year. I do that.
Okay.
But I don't celebrate. I celebrate it more like, listen, colonizer, I got my own holiday. That's
Juneteenth is a joke.
That's
Hey,
something
hey,
my
hey.
family is practicing is celebrating Juneteenth, and I think it's funny how kind of like everybody started celebrating that holiday. Because I mean, like it just became the popular thing to celebrate.
It's just my thing is I believe for a fact that Black History Month is every month. It shouldn't be 1 month.
Yeah.
So the same way for
That's a
Juneteenth.
fact.
Same way for Juneteenth. We're all free right now, so we should celebrate it every single day.
But
Bro,
kind of like, it's like throwing it in their face because like I got 2 sisters that's married to white guys, so I purposely make them I make them 4th of July shirts that's crossed out that say "fuck 4th of July" is Juneteenth on purpose because it's funny and I like it. And,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. I feel like
Juneteenth is a fucking joke. Just like Black History Month, all that shit. It's like, yo, you actually look behind the whole thing. Technically, there's nothing to really celebrate. That Emancipation Proclamation has nothing to do with the actual freeing of slaves. If you actually dig into the doctrine itself, it doesn't say that we're free.
First, had nothing to do with Jesus' birthday, but y'all still celebrate that.
Yeah, I ain't a Christian.
I mean, I wasn't. Wow, I'm just saying. So you can argue that fact with every single holiday. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you can. That does not take away any validation of what I said, right? So, as I'm saying, Juneteenth, at the end of the day, has no real relevance to it. And if you actually look at what Congress does every 4 to 6 years, they still vote on the 13th Amendment anyway to be ratified. So how do you literally vote for an amendment to still be in place? right? Another thing that a lot of people don't know because they don't really pay much attention to what Congress is doing. But yeah, if we really want to solidify that thing, we'll make it more than just a trend.
You right.
Okay. That's good. All right. So, bro, you bringing something if you were single?
Oh, I'm not bringing nobody by the crib. No, that's not happening. You can't. Yo, holidays are very important to not only yourself but to women. Because once
if you do that, that's a stamp.
Once they around the family, it's a wrap, bro.
It's a stamp.
Even if it's a one-time thing, it's like, oh, what happened to that chick? Like, nah, we're not doing that. I'll see you later in the day or something. Like,
okay,
that's how we gonna move.
So what I would say is, no. The only reason why the only way I would actually bring somebody is if the family wants them there, or the family suggests it.
How could they want them there?
Because they know the person for mad long. So, you know how moms is sometimes with your favorite ex or somebody they still fuck with or some shit.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
They might sit there and be like,
you
yo.
Bring your ex up.
Oh, man.
Hey.
I bring my exes around all the time.
If you cool with your ex and shit.
You're not bringing them to your family. You bringing them to your family, Dom?
I don't bring
if the family invites them?
Exactly. We're talking about family.
I'm just saying.
Anybody.
I know
exactly, but that's what we're talking about.
Okay, so the way my family works is, even if they're an ex or whatever, they still would like to see them come to holiday shit. Sometimes, not all the time.
Yo, fuck that ex.
Oh no, hell no, that's not gonna happen unless we got some sort of ties to each other. We got a kid or something. You ain't coming for what? You an ex for a reason.
Okay. Okay.
I have an uncle with our uncle. Every time my uncles come over, the twins come over,
he brings
so
the
it's
exes?
like, what do you do about that? Yeah.
I am not bitter to anybody's decisions and fuck ups. They gotta hold themselves accountable. So I have no beef with none of my exes. So we still cool. I got exes, not enemies.
Almost all of them.
I don't go looking for people. That's not a big group.
Okay.
All right. So
they gotta have beef, right?
What you got? What you said?
I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan. So I said they gotta exist to have beef, right?
I feel like family time is family time. You're no longer a part of my life. You don't need to be there.
That's fair.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's fair.
Definitely makes sense.
But then if that person was holding you down and you figure like, yo, just come through real quick.
What that? They don't have family?
What if, okay, I got a situation. What if the family don't celebrate? That type of stuff. What if they don't celebrate?
So then what's she coming for?
To celebrate with
you.
To
celebrate it. Because
or to chill with you.
It's a possibility that they never celebrated with
friends
their
is
family.
different from an ex. Go to a Friendsgiving. Go to one of your best friend's family. Well, I'm not going to
everybody doesn't do Friendsgiving.
So you can't be friends with your ex.
Hell no.
Hell,
my man ain't having it.
Not as far as bringing the family around, no.
Okay.
Bringing around the family, no.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. So.
I
done FaceTime and been around my new girl and my ex at the same time. Man, no beef.
So where you handle your relationships?
Exactly. You don't know how to keep no type of stable control. But at the end of the day, man, shit gonna work for you in life.
I don't feel like it's about control. I feel like your ex is your ex for a reason. And once you're not a part of my life anymore, why are you coming around my family? Now, say next year I got a man, and you think, oh, I always go over there for Thanksgiving and Christmases and shit. Well, now you can't come, and now you feel some type of way.
Well, that's the game.
Once we cut it, we cut it.
That's
why
the
are
game.
you still coming around?
I don't know no ex who family got a problem with me coming around. My ex got a problem with me coming around.
So I
have a new man, probably.
That shit really don't matter. I still done been around. I don't pay that. I pay mine to the business that pays me. What they got going on, y'all got going on, that has nothing to do with me. That's childish. You know what I'm saying? You moved on, I moved on. I'm happy for you. Now let's go on to the fact that your people still cool, which is rare in this world to actually find genuine people in this world that care about you. Why would I stop fucking with them just because whatever me and you had going on?
Nobody said you gotta stop fucking with them. We saying as far as bringing them around family time and family events. That's not your place anymore. That's how I feel.
But if you have a friendship with them, right? Because I think that a lot of my exes are my friends. Them coming out is not that weird because that's my friend. Which was the foundation foundation of the relationship.
I understand that, but I feel like it'll be weird once you do have somebody. Now, I don't want none of my exes with my nigga. Like, what do y'all? I don't need y'all conversing. Me and you might be still cool, but you know,
We
you
literally
said
said
you
on
my new nigga.
But you're talking about a whole different situation. You're talking about when you have a new man
and you bring
that the ex man gonna beat it. That's not what we're talking about.
That because Dom saying, "Oh, my ex, I don't care if my ex."
That's how Dom does his relationships. That's how Dom does his relationships.
What does my opinion have to do with anything?
That's just how he does his relationships.
No, that was my rebuttal to your opinion. That was a rebuttal.
It wasn't supposed to be no rebuttal. It's just my opinion, not an argument.
It is a rebuttal because if I have something to say to your opinion, then I'm saying.
Okay,
we gonna have some fun today. We definitely
I'm not trying. You said what you said. I said what I said.
I definitely did, and I left it alone.
All right. So, what's next on the topic?
Ironically, it's being friends with
the opposite sex.
Yep.
Okay.
So is it possible to be friends with the opposite sex? And
is there condition? If there is, what's the conditions on that person?
I want to jump out and say,
go ahead.
No. Well, it depends.
See, there's conditions.
But
you said depends.
There's always gonna be a level of attraction, whether you're actually attracted to your friend or not. Whatever. You know, people start friendships different ways and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, too, it really depends, because as a man, you do end up in some compromising situations that you don't ask for sometimes.
Okay.
Like, you might have a friend, she might be going through something, she might need a shoulder to cry on type shit, and shit might happen.
You might be next
to You didn't sign up for that. It just happened.
It just happens.
You know what I'm saying?
So what are you telling me? Is it a yes or a no?
I'm telling you, technically, it's a no.
Technically.
Yes, it's very much possible.
So, what are the conditions on this possibility that you're talking about?
It really depends on how y'all operating. Cause is it like, y'all cool and then y'all end up being friends with benefits?
We're talking about mainly friends.
I think that.
Yeah, but you don't think that. All right, go ahead.
What you got, Cuzzo?
No, I'm just saying his perspective is already a little fucked up. It started with there's an attraction. Guys that I'm friends with, I am not attracted. That's why we're friends.
Okay.
If I was attracted to them, we would then have a friendship. They wouldn't be in a friend zone like that. Yes, I want to build a friendship with the man I'm with, but I'm not going to immediately friend zone you if I like you. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a guy friend that's been my friend since kindergarten. He's my best friend. I cannot see him sexual. It is disgusting. You can talk about him having sex with somebody else, but that's my friend. So it depends on the way you perceive the person. If you think they sexy, then maybe you shouldn't be their friend. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, I don't have an ex that is my best friend, but he is my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I let people know from the get-go, like, this is what it is, and all that. So it's kind of like, as long as somebody has an understanding, like your partner has an understanding on where the lines crossed or drawn, or whatever the case is, it's not really a bad thing to still be friends with a guy or a girl, if that matters. You have history with a person, so I guess that would make you some kind of friend. Just all my exes can't be my friends, because I just feel like we've had other things outside of that, and I physically can't do. Yeah, so that's where my opinion goes with that one.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like guys and girls can be friends to an extent. Like you said, it has to be no attraction for you. You can be cool. But I don't feel like I've had a guy friend that didn't want to have sex with me.
Okay.
Like, I did.
That sounds like a no.
A guy friend never wanted to have sex with me.
That sounds like a
We're
no.
friends since we were
This is why I said condition.
6th grade, and it never was to that. It was just best. I mean, but that's the thing. I could be friends with guys and not have any kind of sexual attraction to them whatsoever. Like, I had this friend. I thought we was like this cool or whatever, and I was calling him my best friend or whatever, and then he like said some off the wall shit to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, hold on, we're not even those type of friends. Like, what you doing? So like, when I thought I had that friend that, this is a guy friend that I don't feel like want to have sex with me, I thought wrong because he made an advance at me, and I was like, whoa.
Okay.
And we're not friends. Now we're not friends. So he a line crosser. Definitely.
So I guess the condition is basically the boundaries. He was a line crosser, and it wasn't even like, now that because you're attracted to me, we can't be friends. It was like, no, I don't look at you like that. Like, let's just be cool. And it still was more sexual things thrown out there, and then the friendship just died off because it was like, I'm not feeling that type of way, and you still doing it. And I thought we was different, you know? Like, I thought this wasn't that. Okay. Kizzy, what you got?
On some real shit, I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel like in a lot of these situations, women be just taking shit way too far, right? Because if you wanna put it in retrospect, 9 times out of 10 is the nigga that gets thrown in the friend zone, right? Regardless of how he did. So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you're looking at this nigga as a friend, he never wanted to be your friend in the first place, right? And now this is just coming from a particular perspective. Obviously, there's other situations that entail this, but I'm just focused on this one instant, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like some niggas they'll be comfortable and they'll get to the point where it's like, yo, I really don't want to view you as a friend, and on some real shit, I'd rather us be absolutely nothing if I can't be with you. Because it gets to a point where, like, I'm attracted to you. I fuck with you. I fuck with every aspect of you. I really want to be there with you, but you don't see me in that light. It's like I'm not going to sit here and keep my feelings down because you don't feel that way about me. So I might as well either express myself in certain ways. Now, some niggas kill it for themselves by the way they express themselves and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. Some niggas really don't know how to talk. But it gets bad like that. Now, to answer your question, can men and women be friends? Of course. And it doesn't really have to do with whether you're attracted to that person or not. At the end of the day, if you lack self-control in any situation, it's going to be fucked up. Because I can find my best friend to be beautiful. That doesn't mean that I want to fuck her. Doesn't mean I have to fuck her.
Right.
It's like, yo, I understand the fact that she's an attractive woman. I understand the fact that we established boundaries from the beginning. If two people don't go into a relationship with the same mindset, whether it be marriage, whether it be dating, anything, it's not gonna work. So if y'all not already established from the beginning, like, yo, we are friends and both sides know that this is it, like we're just friends, it'll forever be a mistake.
Okay, that makes sense. Dom, you got any opinion on this one?
Me personally, I feel like, men and women can, because at the end of the day, I mean, even if I do have an attraction to someone, because this person didn't want me, doesn't mean I shouldn't care for this person's happiness. I mean, that's very childish. I mean, this person is going to choose who they want to choose. I mean, if your happiness is really my agenda, whether we together or not, I mean, hey, I just said before, it is hard to find genuine people in this world. So as long as that connection between you and that person is still intact outside of whatever they got going on with this person, I really could care less.
Okay. I think it's possible.
Okay.
I've literally had female friends that I'm not attracted to. I definitely have. I still have female friends that I'm not attracted to that are considered my friends. So I think it's possible.
Okay.
I don't think it's an impossible thing. I feel like it just depends on your level of maturity and stuff like that. I feel like saying that women and men cannot be friends, it's kind of like it's a dated type of thing to say nowadays.
All right. Well, if the people's genuine, then that's fine.
I was mad at one of my I was mad at my best friend's girl for insinuating that we even had a relationship.
I've had that same situation.
To that, just because, just off the breath that I was pretty. Oh, she can't be just a friend. She's free.
Okay.
What the fuck does that have to do
Okay, so
with
let's ask that question for the females then. Why is it that y'all feel threatened by a chick?
Oh man.
Knowing,
I don't know if threatened is the right word.
not threatened.
Not threatened, probably triggered, but not threatened.
Triggered when you know somehow in your little insecurity bag or whatever, she a baddie or something. Why is it that you bring that issue to us as if we have any control over that?
Look, I would never do no dumb shit like that because it just don't make sense to me. Just because somebody's pretty, okay, there's hella pretty girls, and I can acknowledge that. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. It's not even that serious. I've hated people I still thought were pretty people. I've hated guys that I still thought looked handsome. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what looks even have to do with anything, or especially when she thinks better than me or something. I've never been the type. I've just never been the type because it's never like it shouldn't even be about that.
I'm gonna be honest. My main reason for having a problem with that idea is because I've been in that position myself where a woman I dated, even no matter how open I was with her, assumed that something was going on between me and another female.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if that woman was standing butt ass naked with a leg spread. It's still my decision as my own person to do something. And if you don't hold me to hold me to a standard, think of me in a high standard where I wouldn't even do that. Why would I fuck with you? So now you just saying lost me. You know what I'm saying?
Basically.
So basically, even if this wasn't the idea on my mind, you made it the idea. Because maybe you seeing something I don't see. Because it must be ain't the future with me and you.
Okay. Cuzzo, you got anything?
I think from our perspective is this unsaid or unspoken competition that black people have amongst each other. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I am not in competition. So what a dude I'm talking to, whoever he's talking to, that's their relationship and my relationship is going to be separate, no matter what they look like. It's not about what you look like. It's about what you offer that person. Because we all know that if you ever talk to, not even just dated, but talk to multiple people at the same time, they did not offer you the same thing. Okay. So you would be an idiot to sit here and try to compare yourself to try to figure out what does she have over me. It's retarded. I'm not in competition with no one. You get it from me, and that's it. So I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I agree.
Okay. All right. It seems like most of it is basically boundaries and communication is the conditions on people being just friends or whatever.
But we never even talked about conditions, though. What are the conditions?
I just said it. Boundaries, communication.
But what would be like boundaries?
Boundaries to say that you cannot make advances. Like Queen said, you can't make advances.
I mean, you wouldn't have to write that down and be like, yo, don't make any advances towards me.
No, you could just say, like, if we're strictly friends, we're strictly friends. There's no chance. But sometimes there are some people, I'm not just going to exclude it to females. I do believe men and women probably do keep a friend on the side just in case things don't work out
like
in that situation.
People just need to learn the difference between friendliness and flirtation. But that's where that context comes of communication.
There's a thin line.
You gotta let them
real thin line.
Because the thing is, that cat and mouse game makes that very hard to understand. You know, because the person can be like, okay, well, you're supposed to know, but at the same time, again, what if you just have an open and welcoming energy that a person just automatically attracted to? How do I know that? And if I don't read that, I miss out on an opportunity. So that's where, as adults, we must communicate.
Okay. You got any other conditions you want to know about?
I mean, I was asking whatever conditions y'all got.
I just want to offer something a little different here.
Go ahead.
And this is just my personal experience, really. Why does it always seem like when it comes to situations like this, niggas know exactly what the other nigga is thinking or can easily draw a conclusion, right? But women be running off on tangents and jumping to conclusions with absolutely no basis.
I'll put myself on mute now.
And it's like, and and he'll turn around. Hey, don't run. He'll turn around. For example, I'm putting it like this, right?
Go ahead.
Shorty go out with a best friend. The best friend's a nigga, right?
Yeah.
You had one interaction with that man. You kind of felt the energy and shit like that, and you kind of see shit. You know, you pay attention. You pick up on certain cues, right?
Right.
So then you go ahead and tell your girl one day, "Hey, yo, I really don't like your best friend." And then she turn around and be like, "Oh, that's been my best friend for a while. I just insecure, this, that, and the third." And it's like, I didn't approach you in a place of insecurity. I just approached you off of how I feel about this nigga, right?
Right.
I didn't even tell you to stop dealing with this nigga yet, right? But based off of what you say and how you react, it makes me want to stop dealing with you. But then you turn around, right? And a woman come to you and tell you about, they won't even tell you about their best friend by them actually meeting and interacting. It will be a one look, and then all of a sudden we having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, tell me what you actually don't like about this chick. You can't give me a goddamn thing that's real. You can't even really be like, oh, the way she speaks to you, the way she looks, the way she may touch you and shit like that. It's like, nah, you can't even get that far because you didn't even analyze the interaction between us to even do that. Right? So that becomes my issue. And now I'm not saying that there's women who don't do that. But I'm saying for what I've experienced, a lot of it, women be jumping straight to conclusions off of feelings when it comes to shit like that.
And be right most of the time.
Anybody got a rebuttal to that?
You said and be right most of the time. That's crazy.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's crazy.
I agree with you, bro. You are 100% valid on that. You know what you're talking about, my brother. And I had that same experience. I know exactly what you mean.
I'm not gonna lie. That happened to me before.
Ever brought up to a male that I'm feeling some type of way about said friend that was around, said male that I was dating at the time, was when they were out here showing me signs and clear signs that she might be feeling some type of way about you. But I'm not just going to go off of, when we, every little bits or piece or, little ass things. More times than not, it be big things if I'm going to say something, because those are always things I end up witnessing in my personal experience. Now, I'm not just going to sit up here and say, oh, I don't like that girl. Just because she looks nice, I'm not going to say, oh, I don't like that girl. Because why she want to be your friend for a bit? I want to be your friend too. What do you mean? I don't know.
I think that, in my experience, if I'm dating someone, if it's a female that's their friend or a male that's their friend, sometimes you do, I watch, I observe it. I'm an overthinker. I really lack emotions, like I told y'all before. Everything is logic with me, to the point where I personally feel like I suffer from intellectualization. Literally look it up after this podcast if you want to know. That's. But if I see you with a guy and that guy's moving weird, I'm gonna tell you. I don't like how he's moving. Watch him. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I am. I'm an observer. I'm gonna observe everyone around me.
Yeah, it's coming from an analytical standpoint.
So I don't think. Yeah, I think that's just some women are insecure. That seems like an insecure
women
woman.
are just childish.
Yeah, and they just want a lot of attention. I've also met men, and these women on this panel could attest to this, where every dude is a threat. The guy walks on Facebook, and he just said good night, and that is a threat. I also dated dudes like that. Are you fucking serious? He said good night. He's walking past me in the hallway. Are you serious? Yeah, but I don't say good night to you. No. I think he wants you. That shit is weird. It's people who they're insecure.
I remember I said, somebody walked past me and said, because it's proper etiquette in the state and city where I'm from. When you walk past anybody, you say good morning, how you doing, and keep on bopping. You don't even got to hear how they been doing. You don't even got to hear to respond back. You just keep on bopping, right? And coming out to the city and state where I live now, I remember doing that with a significant other from my past, and he was like, whoa, what you trying to start a conversation with that man for? It wasn't that. I just said good morning, how you doing? That's just something I'm used to. That's my proper etiquette. That's how I grew up. It ain't even about I'm trying to get his number. If I want to get his number, I would have asked him right in front. But I don't want his number. So what are you tripping for?
Okay.
You know?
All right.
Out here in New York, you don't talk to nobody unless you know the person.
That's true.
Pushing, so
that's true.
So you say something to anybody walking down the street randomly, I'm gonna assume you know that person.
Okay.
Or if it's a bunch of white people and you see.
Yeah, white people do that
Like
nowadays.
some people out here, when I do that shit, they be acting like I asked for their social security number. Baby, it's not that deep.
Nah,
I
speak
don't
to everybody.
know how this morning is going. It's just something I just grew up on saying.
I speak to everybody within a 2-stoop vicinity of live, because at the end of the day, if something happened to me, I know those people within that 2-stoop range know who the fuck I am. That's it. After that, I don't talk to no.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So next on the docket, what we got?
That's a good thing to do.
The next thing on the docket is picking your passion, or I guess your career, over your partner. And not saying like you're leaving your partner, but more so like you don't have the time to dedicate, those type of situations. So which one is more valid, I guess, in this instance? What you think?
Y'all got that heat. This just got hot.
Damn, I gotta think on this one. That's tough.
Yo, bro, you got.
I think you make time for who you want to make time for, and that person should also understand that you're trying to better yourself or your career or whatever. So it comes with maturity, because sometimes you feel like, oh, you ain't got time for me this weekend. But I mean, if you understand your person and you see that they're trying to make something better of themselves, then you should just be understanding.
They should ride along, basically.
It shouldn't be no picking this and picking that. It should be, let's find an even balance between it. That's a conversation that y'all would have to have. Like your off time, whatever off time you have, we need to do something, or we need to be together, or we need to be on the phone, or whatever.
My stance is that I think you should
choose between a relationship and your career.
Yeah, and my stance is that if that person's not willing to follow you on your career path to do better for yourself, maybe that person's not there to ride along with you. Maybe that person's just there for a season. Honestly.
Okay.
People come and go all the time, but the real ones gonna stay when you really.
But think about this. All right, you got your wife or your girl, whatever, right? It's a whole week. Let's say she's working, she gotta fly out, whatever. You see her for like a day.
Okay.
You cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever you got. It's not like you sitting here
I gotta ask.
doing nothing.
No.
You actually got time. You have to make time for yourself. You have to take care of yourself before you do anything. Before attending to me, you got to do you, and the same thing I got to do for me. So, if it's work and you gotta hustle. And I fell in love with a person who grind that much. I fell in love with a person who hustled this much and barely get to see them probably once a week or something like that. Okay. So, yeah. I'm not gonna have no fit about it. You just gotta make time. You gotta figure out and compromise on how we gonna spend time together and how we gonna talk on the phone. If we gonna be able to talk, if we text, we gotta do some type of pattern or something where the relationship can maintain. Because sometimes those type of relationships don't maintain because people don't communicate, people don't talk, people don't put in the effort to reach out to this person and say, "Hey, I know I ain't see you all week, but I just wanted to hear your voice. I wanted to talk to you about my week, how it's going, all these other things." So that's my point on it.
Okay.
That shit don't matter. Shit don't matter at all, right? It don't matter how much you communicate with that person. Everybody's experience, what people want out of relationships is different.
Definitely agree.
You can talk to that person 24/7 while you out on that road, and that shit will not be enough, right? So it's like, sometimes when it comes to that statement, you just end up having to choose your career over the person. Because I've been in a situation where I was actually a business owner at the time, I was like holding back, doing everything I could because Shorty brought up the fact that she never sees me, right? And I'm talking about like I'll be away, I won't see her for like a month or two at a time. You know, so I started coming back like every other week. And then I got to a point where I was literally seeing her every week, 2 times a week, right? Now I'm sacrificing bread. I'm sacrificing my ambition. I'm over there running into hiccups and everything and still doing what I can to appease this person. All for what? Then you find out it's like, yo, Shorty, because I started giving her that much, now Shorty want me there every fucking day. And it's like, I can't do that. You knew what it was before we even got together. You knew what I did. So we got to a point where it's like, the argument stopped, right? And you know, as soon as the argument stopped from a woman, she done found something else where it's clipped for that situation. Kind of find out she cheated on a nigga and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, you know, I'm not the only one who's experienced that. And the fact that I work in a field where that is the majority of niggas' lives, just literally being away from home. It's like I hear all the horror stories. I hear all the discussions, and you know, and it's like when everybody, even the people that's not out there, is still warning you about the lifestyle and about what can go down. It's like, yo, women are more prone to that type of weakness when it comes to the social side of a relationship, and that there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's not really a flaw, but at the same time, it's like if your bond with that person is not strong enough, it's not going to survive that level of separation.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think you have to know if your career is set, are you ready or willing for somebody else to get their self together and still be with them? Like,
do you have even time to make said relationship work?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people get into relationships and yeah, it's cool and all and all that, but then it's just like, are you being selfish? Because you know you ain't got time for this person. You know what I'm saying? And you and this person clearly wants that out of you. You can't offer something you ain't got to give. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's where the communication comes. If the communication was clear in the get-go, like, look, I'm on the go. I'm on the road. You know what I'm saying? And it's either you going to accept it or you going to walk out of it. I feel like in that sense, too, everybody got to take accountability in that. Because, listen, I'm not going for anything that I don't want to. Like, if I know, like, even my man's a truck driver, you know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I accepted him being going over the road here and there, everywhere, and things like that. So, I'm not worried about all that. I'm cooling. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? But I think if this was like a couple years back, like when I was younger and he was out here doing that, I don't think I would be comfortable with that, and we wouldn't be in no relationship right now. Because that wouldn't have been something I would have wanted when we was first starting out or anything like that. Like, I wanted time. I wanted to spend time, get to know you, be around you, love you, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
Agree with Ty and Queen as a combination, simply because I'm okay with not seeing you every day. I'm not clingy. I don't care about seeing you every second. Like, I see you when I see you, but as long as I see you, you know what I'm saying? But then the flip side, the part where I agree with Queen is I run 2 businesses. In the summer and the warmer months is a t-shirt business. Well, both of them run year round, but in the winter months it's more of a tea company. Nonetheless, if you want to spend time with me, come put in some work. I always get an extra set of hands. I'm just saying.
Compromise on how you want to see the person and spend time with it.
It's one hand washes the other. Again, open communication. Again, you're supposed to know these things about the person. If this person is really not feeling this, we're not connecting enough, we're not
seeing each other enough, then maybe one or two of y'all need to come up and make that grand old decision. You might hurt, but you might have to make that decision and not be together.
I have to say that you might like this person so much, but
it ain't that time.
It's not working right now. Like something ain't working.
Everybody's on a different time.
Time for each other.
The same way Bunchy said it. Everybody's on a certain time.
Somebody trying to get it out the mud, and you just like, damn, like you ain't got no time for me. And you might like them, but you're gonna eventually start fading away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. You're gonna eventually start fading away because time is definitely important. Time is definitely important in a relationship.
Sure is.
Yeah,
definitely.
The biggest factor.
All right, Dom, what you got, bro?
You can skip me for this topic.
Okay. All right.
I agree with what's the Kizzy?
Yeah, Kizzy.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Me too.
It just sounds like for females in a situation, it's like it's based on your timing. Like how Bunchy said, if she was younger, she probably wouldn't rock with it.
Yeah.
But now
it's a maturity level.
Yeah, it's like if you actually ready to ride along and know exactly what your role is in that situation.
But there's so many things that goes into that. Like that person's away from you. It's like you know them, but you almost don't.
You saying like trust issue?
No, not even trust issues. You kind of like it's little things, bro. It's like how someone might smell or some shit. Like little shit like that. Like how they operate on a daily basis. You get used to shit like that, and you're losing that with them not being there. So it's like an attachment, or a detachment.
Yeah, but you gotta find ways to attach when you get the chance to.
Everybody gets tired of talking on the phone at some point.
Of course they do.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
And like Agent said, she's different.
Text every day.
Just like how Cousin
Agent's
said,
different
like,
for me. I'm
come
the
help.
person. I think that it depends on your personality too.
But there's certain things you have to do. If you're really trying to be there to ride for that person, then make up ways. Like the same way where Kizzy said he's a truck driver, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's say his stop is somewhere in Alabama, random. If you really want to come see me,
fly to Alabama.
All right, fair. Come see me real quick or something. Or if you really want to see me at some point like that, why don't you drive to where I am? I'm gonna be here for a couple of days. Why don't you come see me or something? If you really want to ride with me, you gotta make the effort. You gotta make compromises.
My man takes me on the road with him sometimes. You feel me?
I don't know if that's a rule. If you could do that, I'm just suggesting. I was thinking the same thing, Bunchy.
You can in certain jobs,
Like I really think if you could do that, then go ahead and do that. That's something else you could do right there.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm just saying.
And it also depends on what type of person you are, because I'm a very clingy person. So I know that the type of person that I want and desire is going to be somebody that has time for me.
Right.
So if I meet somebody and you don't have that time, I already know, like, damn, I might try to make it work, but it's probably not going to work.
Okay. And that's a great thing to be communicate.
Women got to remember also on that end of going out and, riding along, sometimes they lose track of the fact that this is still work.
So they have to focus on work.
Yeah.
They can't attend to you so much.
And it's a road trip for you.
It ain't a road trip for me.
Yeah, this is work for me. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a work. It's work. It is.
But just being in his presence is enough.
Break, and when he get to put that truck up, it's work. It's work. Once he put that shit in pork, it's work.
It's overtime. Okay.
Okay.
I got it. All right. So, last on the docket, what we got?
You know what we got. Women putting men in compromising situations. Take it away. Take it away.
Matter of fact, yo, Dom.
Oh, man.
Yo, Dom.
What's up, bro?
We had this conversation before. Females.
This one for you, cuz.
Females putting us in compromising situations.
What type of compromising situation? Yeah.
There's sometimes females would want to see two niggas fight or put their man in danger or will antagonize somebody thinking that their man is supposed to be their protector.
Okay, so let me give y'all
I want to add.
Right? So I went to a club.
Go ahead.
I went to a club and I was with the dude that I was dating. And this guy was so stupid drunk or whatever that he kept falling on me and my best friend. And I pushed him. So the nigga I was dating, he was watching, but he came over because the guy was like, yo, what's wrong with you or whatever. And he was like, why would you do that? And he said that shit to me, like, why would you do that? And I'm like, what you mean? He's said because if that nigga would have pushed you back or something like that, I would have to fight him. And you don't know how many niggas was in this club. And as a female, I had to think about it like, you right. Because I wasn't going to fight him. You would have had to come up and fight this nigga. You don't know if he here with a whole bunch of niggas. I kind of felt bad. Like, damn. I didn't think that. But my initial reaction was like, bro, you're doing too much. And I pushed him off of me. He's like, yo, did you think about me? Like, he was like, I would have fought him regardless, but did you think about, like, you here with your nigga? Like,
Okay.
Also, too, there are times where women will want to get a rise out of you, bro. Just to see, like, do, you know, that whole, are you protective or...
Yeah, they want to know if you're going to
those
protect.
is cheering. Those is cheering. Okay? They need to go to a daycare somewhere. Okay? So that, no, I'm sorry. Me as a grown woman, I don't want to see my man fight. I'm sorry.
Niggas don't want to fight half the time.
Most of the
I
time.
don't feel like crying if he gets shot. I don't feel like doing none of that shit. Right. Because I know he got hands, and I know motherfuckers don't play. Once, you know, somebody get the best of them, and they get to shooting and stuff. No. That's some young girl shit. At me as a grown woman, I don't want to see my man fight. I know he got my best interest at heart. I know he gonna have my back. I ain't gonna sit up here and put him to the test. That's some bullshit. Okay. That's like playing jackass. Honestly.
What you got, Kizzy?
I got two things with that. Okay, now, this wasn't my girl, but she was a close ass fucking friend, right? And we at the club, and she over there doing the most. I'm talking about like the way she was dancing. She was doing the most. Any nigga she thought was cute, she just went up to them and just started doing what she wanted.
Oh, man.
So she went up to a nigga that was actually taken.
Oh, man.
Started dancing on him while his shorty went to the bathroom. Shorty come back, she see it. Now, I'm sitting here like, all right, from a nigga's perspective, you shouldn't have let her do that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But it's like, all right, at the end of the day, you let this happen, but Shorty knew what she was doing. And now, all of a sudden, they in an argument. But little did she know, Shorty was there with most of her friends. So now you got about 5 women ready to jump this one chick, right? And she's with a group of niggas, me, my bros. It's like, yo, what are we supposed to do in this situation? They're not out here fighting a whole bunch of women, right? She over there editing shit on, like getting wild and shit. She over there talking about how she gonna hold her on, she gonna whoop all their asses and shit like that. We looking at each other, we trying to like step in between it and break it apart. But you know when you have that ghetto style woman that
just keep running their mouth,
man, all women in front of them, they go.
Their hands
they gonna do what they can to get to the chick that's been bothering them.
Hands are bisexual.
Yo, like when I tell you, I've never been more mad in the world to get hit by anybody. Like, Shorty really tried to throw a punch at my friend, and she caught me instead, and I'm sitting there like boiling over, like, yo, I'm so mad at this situation, I want to swing on everybody in my vicinity, right? Why? I don't know. It had to be the grace of God and whatnot. After Shorty hit me, she apologized and dropped the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Bro, when I tell you, I was sitting there like, yo, this could have been the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, about the next week, more of her friends came along. They actually did get into a fight with a whole bunch of other chicks. And the chicks that were there, some of my niggas, they were dating them. So it just turned into a whole shit fest of niggas and women fighting each other. And it was just like, yo, now me being a single nigga just stood in the cut just watching.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I ain't
Nothing
none
you
of
can
this.
do.
I ain't loyalty to nobody right here, so it's like, whatever happens, happens. Basically.
I'm gonna be in the bushes with it.
Yeah, I don't like fighting. I'm not a fighter, so.
I feel like grown women don't want to see their men fight, but sometimes, like I said, like that situation, we do shit and not even like I wasn't even thinking about him.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about him at that point. I was just like, my nigga, you're doing too much. Like pushed him off because he just kept going, like, falling on us. I'm like, you're doing too much. And then he a good nigga, so he's watching it. He was like, yo, what if he would have hit you or something? Then I would have had to fuck this nigga up.
Mm.
But why do you?
And then I don't even know if he here with mad niggas. Huh?
He ain't got a white knight or any shit like that. But if I'm out with my girl somewhere and some niggas constantly off the on her, I'm stepping in a heartbeat. Like, yo, back the fuck up.
There are certain things we supposed to maintain and watch.
And he was dancing.
That's something that we were supposed to pay attention to.
We standing in line at coat check, and he over here doing the most with this bitch. And it's just like, I know you feel yourself falling on people. You ain't turning around and see if it was a man or woman, which it really didn't matter. But it got to the point where, like, okay, you're doing too much. Like, the dance ain't that serious. Yeah. So he's like, he's not standing with us. He's kind of across the club, and he's like just watching us to be over there. And that's when that shit happened. Like, I pushed him, and he was like, "Why would you do that?"
But I think you had every.
I'm like, yeah, it was that serious. You know?
I think you had every right to do what you did in that situation. But if it was me and I was with you, I would have seen it a long time ago. You wouldn't have had to push the nigga because I would have checked him beforehand. That was the situation. He should have been in something, like, no matter where I am in a party, I'm always going to know where my girl is. I'm always going to know she right there with her best friend. This nigga looking mad crazy over there. He acting drunk. So let me go check him real quick. Yeah. That's just how I move when it comes to parties. But
yeah, my man's not letting that happen.
You had every right to push the nigga, though. You definitely had every right to push the nigga. I'm not going to say that.
Niggas be crazy sometimes, so he don't stand with me.
Yeah, so you always got to be
and my
mindful.
friend, make sure we both good.
I definitely had conversations with my ex or whoever I dated to say, like, yo, did you consider, like, putting me in this situation? Like, why would you... If we supposed to be a team, you're supposed to be thinking exactly like me to know, like, oh, if I do this, my man might have to come...
The buddy system.
Yeah, basically. Like, you already know what we thinking. Like, you already know if I got to move on this nigga, you know how to move so I don't have to move on this nigga. Because most niggas don't want to fight no more. Most niggas just try to enjoy themselves and be with you and chill. They ain't think about fighting nobody whatsoever.
That's true.
But it happens sometimes.
It happens sometimes.
Happens sometimes.
I don't know young girls, like Bunchy said, young girls put their nigga in situations.
Yeah.
Oh, I got an issue with this bitch, and she got her homegirl, and she said she calling some niggas pull up. Like that's.
I feel like that's really ratchet though. Like, especially when you're not with the nigga.
I've even seen 45-year-old women do the same shit, but it's still childish behavior.
That's a mentality, man.
That's very childish.
It's definitely a mental thing, but you definitely gotta be screwed. You know when they say your brain don't develop, like fully develop until after you like 20 or something, 25 or something.
Nah,
they say that, right?
It says 21.
And they say, you know, when you're 5 years old, your brain is still not developed yet. And that's how they be acting, like their brain ain't developed yet.
Okay.
Hey, so I don't like fighting more, but there's every once in a while where I'll be like, yo, I want to throw a hand, right?
That's immature.
I quell that urge. No, it's not immature, right? And I'll put it like this. It's only immature if I act on those impulses.
Okay.
But off the strength of like, yo, you know, you grew up most of your life having to fight and do certain things. Like I said, I was a bouncer at one point, and it was like, this was shit that I've gotten into. Like, being at the party scene, dealing with rowdy-ass motherfuckers, it was something that I've dealt with. So every now and then, yo, I'll have that urge where it's like, yo, and I mean once in a blue, I'm talking about a whole like year could go by, and then one day I'll be like, you know what, I want to fight somebody, but I'm not gonna roll up to the first nigga I see and swing on him or some shit. Like, I'm literally gonna like go to a gym or something and hit up my boy, have some sparring matches, shit like that.
Okay.
But why do you want to fight somebody?
We all wake up on the wrong side of the bed sometimes.
Be like, I want to fight.
Got it.
You want to know if he still got it. This nigga. Dom, you got any opinion on this situation?
I sat there one time and I was like, yo, I said, I wish a nigga would. They're like, yo, you really in the mood today? I have both my brass knuckles on. I'm just sitting there in the club just waiting. Like, I'm at work, but I'm just waiting. Like, yo, I wish this nigga would pull up. Like,
just fuck up the party for the rest of it. And you one of them. Look, he one of them people in the party outside that you be like, damn, I hope they don't fuck up the party.
I hate them niggas.
Nah, I was the nigga that saved the party.
I hate them niggas, yo.
Right?
Because once that happened, the party really shut down.
Facts.
It really shut
Party
down.
done.
This off the strip of you saying like.
Once the lights come off, you like,
You just
oh.
want to see if you still got it. Once in a while, you want to see if you still got it. Like some of them niggas be in a party.
It'd be a lot of them niggas be fighting over nothing.
Yeah.
Over
I'm
nothing.
not gonna start the fight, but if I see my boy like get into a fight, yeah, I might run over with quick with a smile on my face, like, yeah, we in here. But
Not for nothing. I'd be a lie if I said when I walk up in the room, you know what I'm saying? I be wanting to fight too sometimes.
Oh man.
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even about still got it, really. It's about I want to rap. And I just be waiting for a bitch at the door, like, please say something to me. Please. I be praying to Jesus and all of that. Like, please, please, please try me. But I don't never really get that. Like, but I never really get to the point where I actually end up fighting anyway because ain't nobody bold enough. But it's all right.
Okay.
I don't get the urge to fight. I gotta be like, and the only time I do get the urge to fight in a party, I mean, a fight is if I'm in a party and somebody doing too much. Like, there'd be a lot of females in the party that just be doing too much, or females just walk past you and look at you a certain way. My thoughts too, you know what I'm saying? It don't even, it gotta be somebody that trigger me. It don't just be like, oh, I woke up and I'm ready to fight today. Like, it don't. No. It's not like that. It's more like, yeah, because you know, females saying, you done walked up in a club one day and a bitch that tried you once, wanting her to try you twice. You know what I'm saying? It happens a lot, especially in the type of parties I go to. You having a good time. Sometimes it just be like
They be trying, man.
disrespectful.
They be trying.
And they don't even be. Sometimes it don't even be intentional. Like somebody could be dancing. Somebody could be dancing and they keep bumping you and you give them that fucking look and they give you a nasty look and you just be like, bitch, what? Because bitch, you're doing the most, not me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you got your eye on that bitch the whole party because I want you to come over here again. Yeah.
The crazier part is in our parties that we go to, it be the females that fight more than the niggas do.
That is true.
It do. And it be off a situation like that. Go every day, all day, 24.
But they never think. They never think. And you realize those parties, there be no niggas in those fights. Them niggas just be standing there just chilling. They be like, yo! Yo!
Now, they might be outside
filming the shit out there.
but they ain't gonna be inside the club ready to bang.
They be like, yo, what you do? What happened? Nah, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it.
But I don't see why you hate from outside the club.
Dom, you got any opinions on these type of females?
No, I ain't got nothing at all.
Alright, so that's the last. I don't know what happened to Agent BK. Maybe she got busy or something. But that is the end of episode 19.
Yes, sir.
Hands Bisexual. Gonna be the title. We keep coming up with titles out here, so I'm loving it. Makes my job a little easier. Okay, so want to shout out to Brother Keezy. Want to shout out to Dom, Bunchy, Queen Nova, and Agent BK for pulling up this time around. Hopefully we see you guys again. We're going to be doing one more podcast for this year up till for season 2. This is going to be the finale of season 2 on episode 20. Stay tuned. Episode 17 and 18 will be coming out in the following weeks. I'm definitely uploading one episode tomorrow, and I will be posting it on my live tomorrow while I'm doing my hours. So definitely watch out for that. And that's it. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say?
No, sir.
Nope. All right. Appreciate y'all.
Yo.
Bye.
Later, y'all.
Bye.
Later.
Did I do my hours?
Oh, not
Yeah, I did my hours. Okay.
Fuck an hour.
That was good shit, yo.
Yeah. It was long as hell, too.
Yeah. It felt like an hour at one point.
It was like an hour and 27 minutes. Sheesh. And this one says an hour and 19.
Yeah, I did.
So, we good.